question is, did the MCU actually give its most gruesome death scene ever in episode 4 of season 2 of Loki?
I think they have. They were able to do it because it's on the streaming service and it's not in the cinema.
The thing is, there were a lot of deaths in this episode, so we're not going to spoil exactly who died in a certain way, but I'll just say he who remains is no longer remains and is remained, and he was already remained, but now he's remained squared.
Yeah. There was a lot going on with that. He was a ribbon, I guess.
A ribbon?
A ribbon.
Is that what we're going to say in that it?
I think we have to leave it there.
But before we get into the review, we gotta do fact of the day, page number 136, fact number
2.
In the 1950s, to allow babies of students at Trinity Hall, Cambridge, to enter the premises, they were redefined as cats.
Ew.
Because babes weren't allowed on the campus, I guess.
No babes allowed.
They said, hey, you got kittens, we good. But if you got babies, that ain't good with us.
That's one of those things where tradition is like, maybe we should alter this, not just find a weird loophole, you know?
Eventually it comes to the times, it's like, that one didn't make sense. But in most cases, tradition is there for a reason, right?
Yeah.
It's tried, it's tested, people know what's what. And then sometimes people go too far trying to replace the tradition.
I think this would be a reasonable replacement, though.
Yeah, I think this one makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You have to find the middle ground, right?
Yeah.
Or the right ground. In this case, I think that one's the right ground.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Some things need to be changed. Hey, Narendra the
Nonsense.
Yes, and right now we're going to be doing our review of Loki Season 2, Episode 4. And I will say this. This was the worst episode of all 4 episodes so far. But it had the best ending.
Yeah, I think they knew what they were doing here. The actual episode itself, it was lagging. A lot of the acting was a bit hit and miss. Docs, I'm looking at you. It was entirely miss from Docs. I'm very sorry to say it. In fact, I'm not sorry to say it. You were just lagging behind. But to make up for that, they gave a real bang at the end.
It was a kaboom.
And I feel like they needed to make that impact to get people to come back for the next episode.
The thing is, I think generally with the episode, it was so all over the place in terms of the acting, the directing, the writing, that they had to insert these moments of shock to try and keep you attentive and thinking what the hell's going on. Because the script itself was not particularly good in this episode.
Yeah, I really felt that in that B-15 doc scene. I think they wanted this meeting of minds between these two women, power, struggle, and the subtext was just too subtexty. There wasn't enough actual text going on. There wasn't enough actual text going on. And B-15, this is actually one of the weakest acting performances we've seen from her because she's given in previous episodes.
Yeah.
I don't know, something about being in that room.
Maybe it's because Docs was so bad it was dragging down B-15.
You know what?
I don't know.
It's possible. The more we thought about these individual deaths, we sort of understood why they were there.
There was also the standard amount of Sylvie annoyance in this episode, pulling you out of scenes non-stop whenever she talked.
There was, but I have to say I did like the place Loki and Sylvie got to within that pie scene. I think we needed to see it. I think we as an audience actually needed to understand, no, Sylvie is improving herself and understand that Loki is improving himself as well. The way he was talking about his past, I think it was very cathartic.
I have to admit, we were wrong. We thought Obi was gonna get got by Victor Timely because he cannot reign in a team. He needs to be singular. Apparently, Obi not dead. Other people dead.
Yeah.
Not Obi, not yet. Maybe he dead at the end of the episode and everyone dead, but we don't know exactly what's happening. It was just blank screen, silence, nothing, empty, void. But because of where it left off in being nothingness, you don't really have any concept of how the next episode's gonna start.
Yeah, I guess they could pick up literally anywhere, anytime, any place.
Yep.
Which I guess is a very big intrigue factor for where this is going. But I still don't think it makes up for the weakness across this episode.
There was also this whole thing with Renslayer and her past and her history and the fact that she actually set up the TVA with He Who Remains, which is something we actually said. We think maybe she's had her mind wiped. We were right in that aspect. We weren't right in everything, but we were right with that.
Also, another thing. The fact is, Victor Timely is He Who Remains. He
Yes.
becomes He Who Remains. But we weren't sure in the previous episode because of Miss Minutes and the way she was referring to Victor Timely as you and you when she was actually referring to He Who Remains.
I knew.
Oh, this guy knew.
I knew because the temporal aura.
Yes,
right?
no, you're right.
So I
you're right.
said, either He Who Remains is dead and they cannot fix this, or they're gonna have to go and find actually He Who Remains. This was in episode 1 or 2.
Oh, you did.
Because unless that's the case, there's no fixing that temporal aura. It has to be that version, that variant of Kang. It can't be anyone else.
Yeah, no, you're right. You did actually say that. My memory slipped.
It's all right.
Apologies.
It's all right. It's all right.
But
Don't lump me in with this stupid, all right?
All right. But here is the issue with that, right? If there is some version of the TVA left after this big kaboom that we saw, they still need a Victor Timely to fix things. So are they just going to go back like 10 minutes before Miss Minutes picked up Victor Timely, pick him up, run him up to speed, and then say, put your head in this. We need you to open the blast gates as someone else goes out.
Because that would be an easy way to fix it. But I think the point of no return is the time loom not working and the multiverse exploding, which is what kind of happened at the end of the episode. Not giving away too many spoilers, obviously, but that seems to be the point of no return now, where you maybe cannot go pre that point because there's nothing there.
Oh, so the past has almost exploded.
Yeah. Maybe it's not the future, but the past.
Oh, see, that's different. I didn't think of it like that. That's very...
See?
Big brain.
There you go.
I hate to say it sometimes.
Hey, it could be completely wrong, but you got to put the theories out there.
That's a reasonable one. I would potentially believe it.
Let's just appreciate that it's not utter shit.
I will.
And that they haven't thrown it to the wolves. And the actual writing en masse has been significantly better than season 1. The story has been markedly improved. The acting was actually decent in season 1. But everything else was so bad.
Yeah.
So poor. That you felt like there was no way they could save this show. But I think they've actually done a decent job fixing it.
I can appreciate that.
There's no point burning something to the ground, right? It's easy to do that.
Yeah.
It's hard to fix something that's broken. I think that line there was there for the fans of the MCU. We're trying to fix it. We know it's hard, but we're doing our best.
You know, maybe we're just reaching here. It wasn't to us at all, but we're saying, no, please fix it.
Well, I feel a lot of people are in the same boat. The MCU is in a hard place, between a rock and a hard place. And you need good things coming out. People actually engaging with it, enjoying it, talking about it, to reclaim the level of success that it experienced over the last 15 years. I don't know if it's possible. I don't think we're ever going to get to that cultural zeitgeist moment of Infinity War, of Endgame. But it can still produce good shows, good movies from time to time. Just do it more often than not. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm wishing, all right? Is it hard? Is it a lot to ask for? I don't think so. You're spending so much money on bad shit. Just spend it on slightly better shit, and then people won't have much of a problem, will they? No. Anyway, guys, if you did enjoy this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel down there. If you didn't, Loki gonna come after you. You don't want that. No, do they want that? No. So just subscribe anyway. To avoid that, no, I've been NarendraTheComic.
I've been on Sensei.
She's been on Sensei. You've been Graham. We'll see you next time. That's tomorrow. If you don't know, make a video every single day. Been doing it every day for over 5 years now. We aren't stopping till we get to 10,000 subscribers. So do subscribe. Pop back again tomorrow for some more quality shitty content. So hashtag never not here, just how it goes. Also bring the pakwas means nonsense in Punjabi. We also bring a lot, bring a little, do a lot, boy, do indeed bring the quality shitty content on a daily basis. So see you tomorrow for more of the same, slightly different, but essentially the very same. Once more, see you then. Skadoosh.
I got you! I got you! Take that, you friggin' psycho! I got you!